History remembers kings and emperors, but behind every empire lies the hand of a general. Men who commanded not just armies, but the very fate of civilizations. Some reshaped the map of the world. Others became legends whose names still echo across the centuries. Alexander the Great, who marched from Greece to India before the age of 30. Hannibal Barca, who dragged war elephants across the Alps and shattered Rome's pride at Cannae. Genghis Khan, who forged the Mongols into a war machine and built the largest land empire in history. Napoleon Bonaparte, who rewrote the art of war and shook Europe to its core. But here's the question. Among them all, who was truly the greatest general in history? The answer is not so simple. Different eras had different weapons, strategies, and ways of fighting. How do you compare a man leading cavalry across deserts with another orchestrating tanks and airplanes? Yet at their core, the greatest generals share timeless qualities: vision, strategy, courage, and the power to inspire men to follow them through fire and death. In this video, we're going to take on one history's most enduring debates. We'll define what makes a general great. We'll journey through antiquity, the medieval world, the age of gunpowder, and into the modern wars of the 20th century. We'll examine the lives, the battles, and the legacies of history's most brilliant commanders. And in the end, we will attempt the impossible, to crown one man as the greatest general in history. So prepare yourself for an odyssey through war, strategy, and legend. This is not just the story of armies. It's the story of human ambition, genius, and the eternal hunger to conquer. The Great. In 334 BC, a 20-year-old Macedonian king crossed into Asia with 40,000 men. 10 years later, Alexander had carved an empire stretching from Greece to India. He never lost a battle. At Issus and Gaugamela, he crushed Persian armies many times larger, using speed, discipline, and his famed cavalry hammer and anvil tactic. His charisma was legendary. His men followed him through deserts, mountains, and endless wars. Yet his empire collapsed after his death. Was he a conqueror, or just a brilliant comet that burned too bright? Hannibal Barca. From Carthage came Rome's greatest nightmare. Hannibal, in 218 BC, led an army, complete with war elephants, across the frozen Alps into Italy. At Cannae, he annihilated a Roman force nearly twice his size in one of history's greatest tactical masterpieces. For 16 years, he terrorized Rome itself. Yet in the end, he lacked the resources to finish the job. Julius Caesar. Caesar was not just a general. He was a statesman, a writer, a revolutionary. His conquest of Gaul brought Rome enormous wealth, and his crossing of the Rubicon changed history forever. On the battlefield, Caesar combined discipline with speed, building bridges in days and marching his legions across Europe with unmatched efficiency. Comparison. Alexander was undefeated. Hannibal was the master of tactics. Caesar reshaped both Rome and war itself. Who was greatest? It depends. Alexander's brilliance was unmatched, but Caesar's political and military genius left the deeper mark on world history. Hannibal, perhaps the finest tactician of them all. Section 3. Medieval Masters. The fall of Rome ushered in a new era. Cavalry became king. Religions shaped wars, and vast steppe empires rose. Khalid ibn al-Walid, known as the Sword of Allah, he never lost a battle. His lightning strikes expanded Islam across Arabia and into Byzantine and Persian lands. His genius lay in mobility. He could appear where enemies least expected, winning with speed and shock. Genghis Khan, From the Mongolian steppe rose the greatest conqueror the world has ever seen. In just decades, Genghis united fractious tribes and unleashed an army that would carve the largest contiguous empire in history. His strategies were revolutionary: feigned retreats, disciplined cavalry maneuvers, and a vast intelligence network. His general Subutai extended Mongol power into Europe, defeating armies many times his size. Saladin. During the Crusades, Saladin reclaimed Jerusalem. Unlike many conquerors, he combined military brilliance with diplomacy and honor, earning the respect of his enemies. Comparison. Khalid was undefeated. Saladin became a legend of chivalry, but Genghis Khan reshaped the entire world. Few can rival the scale of his conquests or the terror his name inspired. Section 4. Early modern commanders. Gunpowder changed everything. Armies grew larger, battles deadlier, and logistics more complex. Napoleon Bonaparte. Perhaps no name looms larger than Napoleon. He rose from obscurity to Emperor of France, revolutionizing warfare with the corps system, rapid maneuver, and centralized command. At Austerlitz, he shattered 2 empires in a single day. For over a decade, he dominated Europe. Only hubris, invading Russia and facing the united might of Europe, brought him down. Frederick the Great. The Prussian king turned his small kingdom into a military powerhouse. His disciplined armies and oblique order tactics outmaneuvered larger foes, cementing his reputation as a soldier king. Gustavus Adolphus. The Swedish king pioneered modern combined arms, integrating infantry, cavalry, and artillery in ways that foreshadowed today's armies. Comparison. Napoleon towers above this era. His innovations influenced every modern army, yet Frederick and Gustavus laid the groundwork. Section 5. Industrial and Modern Era. The 19th and 20th centuries brought railways, machine guns, tanks, and planes. Generals had to adapt or be destroyed. Ulysses S. Grant. A master of attrition, Grant understood that the Civil War was a test of endurance.
He coordinated multiple theaters, wearing down the Confederacy until final victory. Robert E. Lee, brilliant tactician, but his daring gambles often came at heavy cost. Gettysburg marked the limit of his genius. Georgy Zhukov, the Soviet hammer who broke the Nazi war machine. At Stalingrad, Kursk, and Berlin, he commanded millions with ruthless efficiency. Erwin Rommel, the Desert Fox, adored by both allies and enemies, mastered fast-moving tank warfare in North Africa. Yet his brilliance could not overcome Germany's strategic disadvantages. Dwight Eisenhower, not a tactical genius, but perhaps the greatest coalition leader in history. Coordinating the D-Day invasion and Allied logistics was a feat no less impressive than winning a battle. Comparison. Modern war required coordination, logistics, and coalition leadership as much as battlefield brilliance. Zhukov and Eisenhower stand out, while Rommel remains a symbol of tactical genius. Section 6. Comparing across eras. How do we compare these men? Alexander never lost, but his empire vanished. Hannibal's tactics are still studied today, yet he lost the war. Napoleon revolutionized warfare, but ended in exile. Genghis Khan built the largest land empire the world has seen, but his methods were brutal. Zhukov saved the Soviet Union, but with staggering losses. The truth is, each was a product of his time. Cavalry mattered in one era, artillery in another, tanks in the next. Technology changes, but strategy, courage, and leadership do not. If we apply our 5 pillars, strategy, tactics, innovation, charisma, and legacy, 3 names rise above the rest. Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan, Napoleon Bonaparte. So who deserves the crown? Alexander the Great was undefeated. He inspired undying loyalty and in just a decade reshaped the known world. Yet his empire collapsed the moment he died. His greatness burned bright but brief. Genghis Khan built the largest land empire in history. His innovations in cavalry warfare and intelligence changed the world forever. His empire endured, reshaping Eurasia for centuries. Yet his legacy is also one of devastation and terror. Napoleon Bonaparte revolutionized modern war. His campaigns are studied to this day. But he overreached, and his empire fell. His genius was undeniable, but his ambition was his undoing. So who is the greatest? If the crown goes to innovation and scale, Genghis Khan stands above all. If it goes to undefeated brilliance, Alexander claims it. If it goes to reshaping modern war, Napoleon wins. Perhaps the true answer is this: there is no single greatest general. Each was supreme in his time, and each changed history in ways still felt today. History is not just about empires, it is about the men who dared to lead them. From Alexander to Napoleon, Genghis to Zhukov, their names are carved into eternity. And yet the question remains open, because in the end, greatness is not a single crown. It is a legacy of genius, courage, and ambition that continues to inspire, terrify, and fascinate us. So now I ask you, who do you think was the greatest general in history? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey, stay tuned, because next time we'll explore the worst generals in history and the disasters they unleashed.